Hey guys, Mike Lawson here. So in this video, I want to talk about how to follow up with prospects without being a nag, without being annoying, without coming across as needy, and without chasing people. So number one, you want to be persistent. And some of you guys, know that a few days ago I posted that when I walk, my knees sound like Rice Krispie treats. And I just threw that out there because I wanted to see if anyone else had that same issue, and if, what they use to, make that go away. I didn't know if that was a common issue or not. So I threw that out there, and literally within, minutes, I'm getting all kinds of, people sending me their websites of products and all kinds of stuff. And, but the responses that I really respected were the ones that, just answer the question. I wasn't looking to get pitched. I mean, I know plenty of people that have products, and I was just wanted to see if anyone had that's the same issues that I had. So, but there was a few people that sent me messages, private messages that, there's people that sent me messages that were, I was like, wow, all the wrong things that they haven't been watching any of my videos. And some people sent me messages that were very professional. And you know what? Being in sales for so long, almost 20 years, I respect the hustle. I respect when people, try to make a sale and they do it professionally. And I heard that it takes between 5 and 12 contacts to actually make a sale. So I want to talk about being persistent, because when I first got involved in sales, I wasn't persistent. If I asked you if you wanted to buy this product or to join my opportunity and you had to think about it, even think about it, to me that was a no. I never followed up with people. I just thought to myself, well, if they're interested, they're going to join. If they're interested, they'll buy. And do me a favor, drop me a comment if you felt the same way. Where if you ask somebody, hey, if they're interested, you almost want them to tell you they're ready to go or they're ready to buy. Have you ever felt that way? Drop a comment. I'd like to hear your thoughts. So, you want to be persistent, because if it takes, statistically speaking, if it takes 5 to 12 contacts before a sale is made, again, you need to be persistent. Number two, you need to be patient. 1 out of 8 people never make 3 contacts. So my question to you is, are you giving up when, if somebody doesn't respond to your message? Well, listen, when I asked that question, I got a ton of messages, and I wasn't able to respond to everybody. People were literally sending me pages and pages of information about how great their company is. And I believe they have a great product and a great company. I didn't like their approach. But the people that I responded to were very professional. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if this is true, that 1 out of 8 people never make 3 contacts, I've never heard from those people again. They just threw it out there and thought I was going to go to their website and sign up. But I never heard from them again. So don't be that person. Also, here's another statistic. 48% of people never follow up. 48% of salespeople never follow up. So that makes sense why most people never follow up with me. So the ones that did follow up with me prompted me to do this video because I respected it. But I also want to talk about an instance where a couple days ago I was at Sam's Club. And you know how they have, people that are out there, selling their products, and they have a little booth or, a table, whatever, and they walk around the store and they try to grab you. Well, usually I'm in and out. I really don't have time, but because I was having issues with my knees, and that was the product that this girl was selling, she came over, and this happened to me before, and I like to watch the pitch. I like to see how hungry they are. And depending upon the kind of mood that I'm in, I may or may not buy. But so this girl, she squirt the cream on my hand here. But I liked her whole approach. Made me touch the product, put it in my palm, rub it where it hurts. The pain's going to go away, right? And start giving me the pitch, and I'm listening. And I liked it. But the only reason I paid attention is because I had some, shoulder pain, and my knees were bothering me. So anyway, I walked back, and saw the table, or went to the table rather, saw the products, and she said, "Here, listen, we're having a great sale." Gave me the whole pitch, and what I liked that she did was gave me the bag of the products. We're having this great deal and say, here, hold. And she said, here, hold it. I like that. Now, I could see that she was nervous. She was extremely nervous. So I'm thinking to myself, she's new, right? So, and I can totally relate to that. And I like to buy from those people because I was there before. I remember being extremely nervous, my face beaten, red and sweating. And, when you're new in sales, you just want people to buy. So I like to help those types of people. But I was about to buy, but she did something that totally turned me off. And here's what it was. So I'm just reading, the ingredients and reading just what it does. I'm not really paying attention to her. I'm listening to her pitch, and I could just tell it was, routine. And, and I asked her a simple question, are you guys busy? How do you do a lot of traveling? And she goes, well, I think that they are busy. Like, I could just tell that she was new because she wasn't talking about herself personally. She was talking about, I guess, the company and going to different Sam's Clubs and things like that. But she made a critical error. As I was sitting there looking and I'm debating, okay, I see that she's nervous. I want to buy from her just to help her out. Now, a few days before that, I did buy some stuff just to try out, for my knees, my shoulder anyway. So I wasn't going to, and I told her, I said, listen, I already bought stuff and I don't know, maybe, but I wanted to help her out. But here's what she said that lost the sale for her. She said, well, we're going to be here tomorrow. And I'm thinking to myself, she doesn't want it. She didn't want the sale. So I wanted to share that with you because if you're in sales, you got to be patient, but you also have to be direct, right? So if she was just a little patient and a little bit more direct and let me finish reading what I was reading and then ask for the sale, because she already gave me the bag. I had the bag in my car, great deal. I'm thinking, okay, great. I know what I just spent on. It was actually a good value. But when she said, we're going to be here tomorrow, she lost it. She wasn't direct and didn't ask for the sale. So let that be a lesson to you. Always ask for the sale. But getting back to being patient, okay, if it takes 5 to 12 contacts, okay, and another thing that I want to talk about is you want to be asking questions. She should have been asking me questions. Get to know the person. Where's your pain at? Does this hurt? Does that hurt? Do you see value in this? Do you see a need for that? And again, she was new. So getting back to me posting that and people sending me all kinds of information and websites and products that I should check out, always ask for permission before you send somebody something. Say, hey, listen, Mike, I saw your post. I understand you have this problem. Would you mind if I sent you some information? Now, I would respect that. Now, depending upon the relationship that I have with the person, I may or may not listen. That's why it's important to build relationships with people, because when stuff does come up and people need your product or need your services, they're going to go with people that they know, like, and trust. So, and if it takes between 5 to 12 contacts with people, see, here's what I like to do personally. When you're talking with a prospect, the first, maybe 3 conversations, that's when they're the hottest. That's when they're most excited about listening to you and hear about your products, hear about your opportunity. So if you're following up with people, the first 3 follow-ups, that's when they're going to be the most interested. If they're not responding to you within those 3, and maybe you're contacting them, I wouldn't contact them every day, maybe every other day. All right, I wouldn't let more than 48 hours go by. So after the 3rd time, if there's no response, okay, instead of completely forgetting about them like I used to do, okay, understand this. That's normal. And it's going to take anywhere from 2 more to up to 12 more contacts with them. So I like to back off a little bit. So I would back off and then maybe wait 4 days to reach out again. And here's why. Number 1, they might not be interested, and that's okay if they're not interested, right? But 2, something may have came up. There might have been a family emergency. You never know. Just because you're having a great day does not mean that they are having a great day as well. Maybe something came up, family issue, work issues. Listen, there's all kinds of things that could come up. That's why it's important, okay, to have those touches with people and those contacts with people. So, and again, after maybe the 5th or the 6th and they're not responding, you feel each person out. Everybody's different. And you know when they're just not interested. If you're feeling to yourself that they're blowing you off, go with your gut. Listen to your gut. They're probably blowing you off. If they tell you, I'm interested, but just give me a little bit of time, that's okay. I like to say a couple things. One, say something like, I understand now is not a good time. Maybe I can reach you back in 30 days. Maybe I'll reach you back and, I'll call you back or send you a message in 60 days. Is that okay? And when you ask somebody that, is that okay? I've never had somebody tell me no, okay? Now, if you feel like they're just blowing you off and they're just not interested, I don't like to leave it like that. So I like to be professional and just say, listen, right now it seems like you're not interested, or there's something bigger else going on in your life right now that you can't make a decision. So and this is the takeaway. Say, listen, I understand that now might not be a good time for you. So here's my information. You know how to get a hold of me. When you're ready, reach out to me. So I leave the ball in their court. So that's what I like to do. So in closing, be persistent. Number 2, be patient. And being persistent, again, don't be a nag. And it's okay to be direct with people. But don't feel like, I don't want to reach out to them again because I'm being a nag. Now listen, you need to have your whole pipeline full so you don't have time to get back to everybody, number 1. So if you have all this time and you're only counting on 1 or 2 people, okay, to make sales, well, that's going to drive you insane. That's a whole nother video that I need to do. So be persistent, be patient, but also go after it, okay? And again, if they're not giving you, the right responses within the first 3 contacts, then keep dripping on them, okay? But understand that it takes, on average, between 5 and 12 contacts, but 1 in 8 people never make 3 contacts. Don't be that person. So listen, that's all I have tonight, guys. If you found this video helpful and you found some value out of it, please drop me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. But also, please tag somebody, share it, like it. Until next time, I appreciate your support and I appreciate you tuning in. Have a great night, everybody. Take care.